If you're looking for a job, a remote job, an on-site job, or maybe you're trying to get clients for your freelance business, or you're trying to put yourself out there and set up your very own info product business, this video is actually for you. Make sure that you watch it to the end, because throughout this video I'm going to share with you exactly how to go out there and actually get yourself a remote job. I'm going to show you exactly what documents you need, how to gather together a portfolio, how to put together your resume, and where to actually find these remote jobs. And by the end of this training, I can guarantee you for a fact that if you do exactly what I'm going to show you in this training, you are going to go out there and get your first remote job, and you come back and comment, "Thank you, Emapreneur Closer, I just got my first remote job." Because everything that I'm just going to be teaching you in this video I tried and tested. These are the things that I've done personally, and these are the things that I've taught other people how to do. And in today's video I am going to teach you exactly how to do those things. And by the end of this video I am going to share with you a clear roadmap, a clear action plan that you are going to have to use, so you can actually take actions every single day to actually get to your desired outcomes. Because most people, they watch programs, they watch coaches, coaching sessions, they watch trainings, they watch courses, and yet they do nothing about it. That is why they are stuck as they are. But if you follow through the end of this training, I am actually going to give you an action plan that you can use starting today, and in the next 7 days, in the next 2 weeks, and in the next 1 month, you will have landed your very first remote job. And that is exactly what I'm going to be giving you in today's video. And lastly, as a bonus, I am actually going to hold you accountable every single day, making sure that you're putting in the reps, you're putting in the works, you're putting in the efforts it takes for you to actually get that remote job. With all of that thing said, guys, let's dive into the video. Alright friends, I'm right here on ChatGPT, because before we actually go out there and try to find a remote job, an on-site job, or trying to build, an info product, for our businesses, or getting clients for our freelance business, we actually need to do the very least thing, that is research, right? Most of you try to do something without having to research about that particular thing. That is why in the end you don't actually accomplish it, right? So whenever you're trying to get a remote job in today's era, all right, you must understand that most of these companies are hiring people remotely simply because they've realized from the COVID-19 pandemic in 2019 that it is practically not possible to hire everybody on site. And because of the pandemic, people are now hiring remotely. Look at these big companies like Facebook, Microsoft, and all of these great companies. They are hiring remote workers. It could be IT engineers, software developers, web designers, or whatsoever. Don't worry if at all you feel you don't have any of these skills, because I'm going to share with you some of the perfect ways to actually get a remote job, even if you don't have a skill at the moment, even if you feel you don't have a proper resume, even if you feel you don't have a proper portfolio. I am going to walk you through step by step, from beginner to advanced, on how you can actually get a remote job, right? So before we actually go in deep and dive into the strategies, the models, and all of those things, I am actually gonna do a short discovery here. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, give me some of the roles that I can apply for working remotely, in different areas, e.g. Lead generation, client acquisition, CRM, and service fulfillment. Also add links to companies hiring in different areas. Amongst these, right? So exactly what I've done here is that, most of these companies, most of businesses in general, they want four things. And the first thing businesses want is they're looking for people who can actually generate leads for them. Leads are basically potential clients that may end up buying a product or service that a particular company offers. That those are basically leads, all right? Or let's say unqualified, clients that have never bought from you. We call them leads, right? Then client acquisition, these are actually people that turn those leads into paying clients, right? Then CRM is simply customer relationship management. And why this is extremely important is simply because, companies don't just want clients to come and buy once and go for good. They want clients to pay them once, pay them again, and pay them again and again. And how that can actually be achieved is making sure that your clients are happy with your services. You are sending them free resources, you are giving them free guides, you are making sure that you make them feel part of the business. Like that, whenever they want to purchase a service similar to what you're offering, they are actually going to think about you first, and because of that reason, they are going to stay with you for the longest. And that is why companies are willing to hire people who can handle their CRM, which is customer relationship management. And lastly is service fulfillment, and this is one of the crucial part of any business. Most of these companies you see, they want people who can deliver. Let's say you are an IT engineer, can you actually deliver on your service? Let's say you are a website designer, can you actually design websites that keep clients coming back for more? Let's say, for example, you are a customer relationship manager, can you actually manage customers? Can you actually respond to clients in a way that you make them feel part of the organization? So companies are constantly looking for people like this, and if at all you can actually get, you can find a job in any of these four industries, trust me, you are good to go. So yeah, you can see here ChatGPT has provided us with some information. Certainly here are some remote roles across lead generation, client acquisition, CRM, and service fulfillment, along with links to companies' current hiring. So you can see here for lead generation roles, you can see lead generation specialist, recruitment, sales support, company remote recruitment, South Africa, identify and engage potential clients as a role, manage CRM, monday.com, and support sales, compensation 25,000 plus runs, performance based bonus. You can see let's click on saying apply here, and boom, I'm just gonna click on there, and it's gonna take me to the application page. So you can see, guys, I am showing you step by step how to actually get a remote job, right? So this is exactly what you need to do on a daily basis to get a remote job. So you can see it's saying lead generation specialist, recruitment, and sales support. This position is no longer active, blah blah blah. So this position, you can see it's no longer active, but yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through so you can see what these guys were offering, right? So let's come here where it's saying jobs. Okay, jobs, and your search does not match any of okay, so you can actually go ahead and find something that is true there. So on number 2 here we have lead generation specialist, contract company, virtual PBX as a company located in the USA. Role: conduct outbound prospecting, manage CRM pipe drive, and collaborate with sales and marketing team. Type 3 to 6 months contract with potential for permanent placement. So let's click right here and see what this job has to offer, right? So you're saying this page doesn't seem to exist. Click back. Okay, anyway, so let's check the third one here. It's saying various lead generation positions, remote, rocket ship, flex jobs. Indeed, let's check out remote rocket ship. You can see it's saying 138 remote lead generation jobs. Explore different and explore flexible and work from home lead generation positions available worldwide. Your career in truly remote companies start here. So you can see here lead generation and all of that. You can see there is this job out here, right? Lead generation and admin assistant, so blah blah blah. And you can see, let's click on this one and see what it has to offer, right? So you can see it saying inside our group Okay. Okay, all right. So software implementation integration. Okay, so let's go back to ChatGPT and continue with our search. So I'm gonna come down here and say client acquisition roles, blah blah blah. So client acquisition specialist in USA. So let's try to check this one and see if it's available. Okay, so it's gonna load. I say client acquisition specialist lead USA market remote, right? So what you're going to have to do is that make sure you read the descriptions of these jobs, right? Come down here, make sure you read and understand the description. For me, I'm not actually going to read all of this because this video is going to be unnecessarily long, right? So I'm gonna come down here and see where the application button is. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. So client acquisition specialist here, apply here, blah blah, CRM sales fulfillment and all of that. So basically, we've done a simple ChatGPT research. So some of the things again you would want to ask ChatGPT are questions like, what type of remote jobs can I get in the CRM space, in the lead generation space, in the client acquisition space, in the service fulfillment space, and as an IT developer, as a customer relationship manager or whatsoever, a social media manager, public relations or whatsoever, virtual assistants, any of those industries, any of those skills. That is where you actually want to start from, right? So with all of that said, now let's look at our second strategy. Then now, friends, what you want to do is you want to come to Chrome and find companies, one by one, right? So for me, I'm actually going to show you some companies that I know that are hiring right now, so you can see that exactly what I'm telling you here, guys, is actually going to work for you if at all you are going to put in the reps, if at all you're going to put in the effort, right? So I'm going to search for educate.io.io, and boom, this is actually one of the biggest companies in their space, right? So saying this site can be reached, checking whatsoever, blah blah blah. It's saying the site can be reached or whatsoever. So okay, we're actually gonna do another search. If this company can be reached, I'm gonna search for agencies in UK, right? Boom, I'm gonna search for agencies in UK. So what you're then going to do is you're going to come for gonna look for where it says maps, right? So you can see here it's saying maps. So we're gonna click where it's saying maps, and once you click there, Google is actually gonna open a bunch of companies in the agency space, right? So once Google has opened up a bunch of these companies in the agency space, what you want them to do is that you want to check the company websites one by one, understand exactly what they're offering, understand exactly who they are looking to hire, basically have a little bit of an understanding concerning that particular company you're actually trying to get more info about, right? So yeah, let's check out what we have right here. So Google agencies in UK, right? So let me just do a search right here. Okay, so let me just say recruiting agencies in UK. I'm gonna do my search just now and see what they show us right here. So you can see there are a bunch of recruiting agencies. You're gonna click on these agencies one by one. So when you come down here, and you're gonna see here where it's saying roberhalf.com. So this is actually their website. Click on their website and it's actually going to take you direct to their website. Then from there, you want to find out what this company has to offer. Of course, this is a recruiting agency, it's a staffing agency. They do something in relation to staffing, to recruitment, right? So yeah, I'm going to click on the three lines on top here. So say accept all on the three lines on top there, and I'm going to see if they have a careers page. Boom, I can see here hire talent, explore. They don't have a careers page, but since this is a recruiting agency, of course they are actually going to be facilitating recruitment for different companies, right? So boom, let's try to go back here and let's try to get back here and say find jobs, right? So you can see they're going to show you a bunch of areas that you are looking to find a job. Okay, I don't like how this website is operating, so I'm just going to go back on maps and click on a different website or find a different space that we're actually going to search for apart from the one that we are from seeing, right? So yeah, let me just remove this right here. I'm gonna search for marketing agencies in UK. Right, so I'm gonna search for um, marketing agencies in UK. So guys, basically what I'm doing here is I'm showing you how to find these companies so that you can have unlimited companies to apply for your job, right? So you can see if I start scrolling right here, there are a number of companies that you can reach out to. And the best part with remote jobs is that these companies hire worldwide. It doesn't matter where you are in Zambia, you are in Zimbabwe, you are in South Africa, you are in Uganda, you are in Kenya, you are in Malawi, whatsoever. They are actually going to hire you if you demonstrate credibility, right? If you can demonstrate that you can actually deliver on what these companies need, right? They are totally going to hire you regardless of your location, because companies are not looking for people who are in top tier countries, fancy countries. They are looking for people who can actually come into their organization and help them grow. That is exactly the only thing that they are concerned about. So if that is something you can feel, regardless of where you stay, regardless of where you live, what you have, whatsoever, these companies are going to be more than willing to hire you, right? So there's this marketing agency that I've just opened up right here. So let's see if at all they have a careers page, and if at all they do, we are going to check out if they are currently hiring. So this company is the Good Marketer, right? So I'm gonna click right here. And see if they are currently hiring, right? So I'm gonna come down. You can see what they offer. What works with this company is going to look like for you. So these companies basically they offer marketing services, right? So you can see social media marketing, search engine optimization, web development, content marketing, email marketing. They have their pricing here. They have their status at £825, £16, £24, £41, their plans whatsoever, and you can see their team. And yeah, basically this is what this company does. I'm gonna go down here and I want to see if I can find, boom, I found a career space. So you can see what it's saying. So when you come to these websites, you want to find the careers page. So I'm gonna click on careers, and from there it's going to load us so we can see exactly in what industry these companies are actually hiring. So you can see it's saying we are hiring business development managers, right? So if at all you are looking for a role as a business development manager, this job is actually for you, right? So what you can do here is you can go ahead and click right here, so you can go ahead and read the deliverables on your end and whatsoever. So the location, London, hybrid working, salary £30,000 with a realistic OTE of £60,000 uncapped commission. So you can see, just go ahead and read. Even if you feel this job may not be for you, go ahead and read. You might not know what karma has. I don't know if I've just used the correct term right here. So basically this is what you want to do. So in a single day, if you can do between 20 to 50 of these companies, check out what they offer, check out their careers page, check out if at all the role you are looking for is listed on their careers page. Then from there, I am going to help you put together a resume or a portfolio that is going to guarantee that you get these jobs, right? So that is exactly what I'm here to do, right? So I'm gonna check for a different company, right? So let me just go back here. Paul Lemon, yeah, just thought of another company here. I'm gonna search for Paul Lemon marketing agency, right? So Power Lemon marketing agency. So boom, you can see here's the Power Lemon marketing agency. I'm gonna click right here and you can see this is actually a marketing agency. Go ahead and read about this company, find out what they do, find out how they operate and all of that. Just have some basic information about the company you are trying to work with them. From there, come right here on the three dots and find where it says careers. If you can't find it from here, just go down and see if at all they have their careers page right here. This company seems to be hiring, so let's see. Book a call. We are hiring, so you can see we are hiring, right? Click right there saying we are hiring and it's gonna load you to their page, right? So apply to join Power Lemon team now. Power Lemon placement, find your dream job, blah blah, apply, internship, whatsoever. So you can go ahead and say click on where it's saying apply, or you can click on internships, whatsoever that best suits you, right? So this is actually taking me to a form, right? So I'm gonna wait for it and see what's on the form exactly, right? So it's loading us in a moment. Let's see exactly what's on the form. So basically, guys, as it is loading, like I said earlier, you want to make sure that you go on ChatGPT and do a bit of a search, right? Try to find out what type of a remote job really you want to apply for. Try to find out what the best performing people in the world do to actually perform great at that particular job. Find out which companies are hiring for that role. Once you have a list of those companies are hiring for that particular role, now what you're then going to do is you're going to prepare your resume and your portfolio so that we can actually place your chances of getting these jobs a little bit higher. Then from there, I'm going to teach you another strategy on how to actually talk directly to the decision makers of this company, which is the HR department, the chief executive officers, the COO, the CEO, and all of those decision makers at a company, right? So that you can have direct engagement with these people that actually do the actual hiring, right? So you can see we are actually here at Power Lemon remote job application. So like I said, read through exactly what this company is looking for. Try to find out what jobs they are offering. If it's something that you can do, if it's something that you can go for, then we're actually here to help you apply to this job. So I'm not gonna waste time to read this form. You can go ahead and read this form and apply to Power Lemon if at all you are looking for a job that is in alignment with what they have right there. So like I said earlier, the Google Map strategy, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna search a specific location plus so let's say for example real estate companies in Europe, in California, real estate companies in South Africa, real estate companies in New Jersey, or marketing agencies in South Africa, recruiting agencies in South Africa, concierge agencies in Bovija, or whatsoever, right? Location plus the industry, then boom, maps, it was going to give you a bunch of companies within that locality. Then from there, you want to start stalking these companies one by one, see what they do, see whether they are hiring. Even if they are not hiring, shoot your shot, send them a Loom video talking about what you can help them do. Send them your portfolio, send them your resume, tell them you are available to work, tell them whatever you can do to actually get the job, right? Then from there, basically you are done with finding these companies. What you want to do now is, let me just show you one thing here that you are going to do, right? So let me just go back to Google Chrome, right? So let me just go to Chrome here. Okay, so let's do this Chrome, and I'm gonna come here. What you're going to do is you're gonna want to find the decision makers of these companies. I'm gonna type something like Power Power Lemon CEO, right? So once I type Power Lemon CEO here, you can see in Google is gonna show us who the CEO of Power Lemon is. So the CEO of Power Lemon here is Deepak Shukla. So now you want to start befriending these people, basically, you have to build a network of powerful people. You have to build, a connection with these people. So how you build, connections, how you network with these people is by, leading with value. You can type in, you can actually, find ways to reach out to Deepak Shukla. It could be, through LinkedIn, it could be through email. You're gonna find means and ways to actually get his email or connect with him on LinkedIn. You can say something, hey Deepak Shukla, I'm from your website Power Lemon, and I saw that you guys are offering, marketing services like XYZ. I've been working in XYZ department and we've been able to get a so result. So now I was thinking, if at all, I can just come in within your organization and do this for just tell them what you can do for their organization. If at all they see and sense that your energy is driven to the organization, driven to what the organization wants to accomplish at the end of the day, trust me, they are not going to ignore you. They are actually going to give you a chance to actually get to work with them. So now imagine if you actually do this with 50 other employers, 50 other decision makers, 50 other HR managers. Trust me, there is no way you can secure a remote job or an on-site job or a freelance client or whatsoever, right? The problem is that most people are lazy. Most people are not going to do what I'm telling you to do right now. That is why most people are going to remain at the place where they are right now, right? You're never going to get a remote job. You're never going to get an on-site job. You are just going to be the person you are simply because you hate taking action. That is why for those that watch this training till the end, I am actually going to be your accountability partner, making sure that every single day you put in the reps, right? Like I said at the end of this training, I am giving you an action plan, right? So boom, you can see Deepak Shukla is the CEO of Power Lemon. So again, you can go here and search for a company like, let's say, DLN Technologies, CEO. I'm gonna do a search right here, so you can see DLN Technologies CEO. Google is gonna give us the CEOs of these different companies. So once you take note of the CEOs of these different companies, what you then want to do is that you are going to open up LinkedIn. Boom, I'm actually right here on my LinkedIn, and you are going to be searching for these people right here on LinkedIn. So if you don't have a LinkedIn account, guys, go ahead and get a LinkedIn account. I don't know what you are doing exactly without a LinkedIn account, if at all you are a professional trying to get a job, more especially trying to land very high ticket clients. You want to be on LinkedIn, right? So I'm gonna come here on the search bar and search for Deepak Shukla, right? So boom, you can see Deepak Shukla is this man right here. So you can see CEO at Power Lemon. I help companies generate 20 to 100 plus leads per day via blah 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 and whatsoever. So right, so this is what these guys do, right? They help companies generate leads. So you can see here, you can view full profile, and once you view the entire profile of this person, you can now go ahead and message. And you can see here you have an option to message this man, right? So make sure that your initial message is an attention grabbing. It has some form of interest in it. It has some form of desire that the company might have, and it has a call to action, right? Having all of those things put in place is actually gonna make sure that these people respond to you. So if you go in with a mindset to receive, oh, I'm looking for a job, or I'm unemployed, please hire me, trust me, these people are never gonna hire you, because they know from the beginning that you are a loser. you don't know exactly what how organizations run, right? So you want to be extremely creative. You want to be to go out there and strategize, be better than everybody else who is doing this job hunting alongside you, right? So this is exactly what I want to do, guys. And from there, I want you to come right here on the LinkedIn jobs, right? So click on the jobs button, and now you want to start sourcing for jobs on LinkedIn as well. So you can come here on the job search and search for, I want to search for something like customer support, right? Customer support, and boom, I'm gonna search for customer support. If for you are looking for a job as a copywriter, as a virtual assistant, as an IT engineer, as a web designer, web developer, or whatsoever, go ahead and search for that particular job. And LinkedIn is gonna show you a bunch of companies hiring within that sector, within that area, right? So for me, I've just searched for a job in customer support, right? So you can see there this bunch of companies hiring in customer support. This one was released 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. You can see these jobs are remote jobs. You can go ahead and click on each, whichever one. So I'm going to click on this customer service representative phone support. So you can see the pay for this job is $35,000 to $50,000 a year, right? So you can divide by 12 if you want to know the monthly salary for this job. So you can come here and click on apply, and boom, you're gonna be asked for a few questions. Just make sure you put in your answers whatsoever, and you are actually going to apply for this job. So you can see the company hiring here is Arrive, right? So Arrive is a loan origination software, point of sale, product and pricing engineer, and so much more. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to find out more information about this company that I'm trying to apply to, so that even as I apply, I know exactly how to go about it. So you can see their website here is arrive.com. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna come on Google here, and I'm gonna type in arrive.com, and here's a disclaimer, friends: never pay any money to apply for jobs, right? Job applications are for free. Only pay for coaching, for training, for learning, right? So basically, you never knew what I'm teaching you right now. Now that I've taught you, you know how to do this, right? So only pay for education, only pay for coaching, only pay to learn. Never pay to actually get a job. Never pay anybody promising you that I'm gonna help you get a job, right? Only pay for coaching, for training, for lessons, right? Because all of these jobs are free to apply to. None of them is going to charge you for applications. Hope that has been taken note, right? So yeah, I'm trying to get to the website of this to this company's website. So you can see here this is their website, the complete origination platform for independent mortgage brokers whatsoever. So yeah, this company looks like a decent company, and here are their services. You can see there is loan origination software, point of sale, product pricing engine, lender integration, breakthrough technology, engaged community, and all of that, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on the three bars here, and yeah, we can just want to check if they have their they don't have their hiring page right here, but you can see on LinkedIn this company is hiring, but they don't have their careers page. So no wonder I told you, even if these companies don't have a careers page, go ahead and shoot your shot. You might not know, they might be looking for somebody who can deliver what you can deliver, right? So yeah, you can see we've found out that this company is legit and genuine whatsoever. So I want to find out the decision maker of this company. Arrive.com, let's say CEO. So I'm gonna do a search right like that and see who the CEO of Arrive. So you can see saying Google is telling us here that the CEO and founder of Arrive is Harish Tejwani, right? So Harish Tejwani is the CEO here. So if you want, you can go back to LinkedIn and try to search for Harish Tejwani, and you're gonna discover that Harish Tejwani is right here on LinkedIn, and he is the founder of the company we are from checking just now, right? So yeah, so that is the second strategy that I wanted to show you. The first strategy was to use ChatGPT, right? So on ChatGPT, there you can do your research, find what could be the best remote jobs to take. Ask ChatGPT what companies are hiring virtual assistants, what companies are hiring customer support, what companies are hiring remote sales reps, closers, whatsoever. ChatGPT is gonna give you a bunch of companies hiring within those sectors, because ChatGPT is actually gonna search on the brain of all information, which is the internet, and provide you with that information. And the second strategy is using Google Maps, right? So on Google Maps, basically you search for location plus a specific industry. For example, manufacturing companies in New Jersey, manufacturing companies in South Africa, or whatsoever. Then Google Maps is going to give you a bunch of companies within that location, and you can go ahead and start applying to those companies that you like. And the third strategy is by using LinkedIn jobs, right? So LinkedIn jobs, whatever jobs you're looking for, if you're looking for a job as a virtual assistant, as a copywriter, whatsoever, you type in the job, and LinkedIn is going to show you a bunch of companies hiring within that job, and you can go ahead and apply to those jobs. And the second strategy, like I said, is networking, connecting with these big guys, the people that are actually doing the actual hiring, right? So if you can demonstrate your value with these people, if they know you firsthand, trust me, chances of you getting hired are very, very high. So for example, I'm gonna search, just gonna scroll through, right, and see if I have people that might be hiring right here. So you can go ahead and search, or you can actually use Google, find different companies and ask Google who the CEO of those companies are, and search them manually, and try to build connections with those people from there. Tell them what you can do, and ask them if they have an opening role within that area. They're gonna ask you probably for your documents, maybe your resume, your portfolio, or whatsoever. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to ethically create these documents so that you are ready to actually get hired, right? So basically, this is what they don't tell you in school. This is what they don't tell you out there, right? So that is how you get hired. That is how you look for a job, friends, family. This is exactly how to do it. So with all of that said, with all of that put together, now thirdly, on this training, what you want to do is you want to build a portfolio, right? So I'm just gonna come here on Google, not to actually confuse you. What's a personal portfolio? I want to see what this thing is going to say. Portfolio, and I'm gonna do a search right here, so you can see it's saying a personal portfolio is a curated collection of your best, right? So a personal portfolio is a curated collection of your best work, skills, accomplishments, typically presented in a digital format like a website, but can also be a physical document or presentation. So a portfolio is simply a collection of the best things you've done in your career. Let's say you are a copywriter, the best copies you've written, the companies you've worked with, whatsoever. If you have never worked with any company, don't worry, you actually don't need those things to get started, because when you're getting started, you don't have those things. Everybody who actually got started didn't have work experience. So how are you gonna get work experience without getting started? So you have to get started to get work experience, and this is exactly why I'm actually here, right? So yeah, that's what a portfolio is. So for example, I'm gonna give you a best copywriting portfolio portfolios, just to give you guys an idea of what a portfolio is, right? So here you can see 12 basic copywriting portfolio examples and how to create your own. So there's this blog post right here that's gonna give us, you can see these are names of people who have some of the portfolios that you can go ahead and check out and see if you can do something of that kind for yourself. So a portfolio can either be in a website format, it can be in a PDF document format. You can have your portfolio on your Google Drive, it doesn't matter where, right? So no excuses, right? So you can see here, this is the portfolio of this particular person. It's in a website format. You can see the words, their words, the resume, or about me whatsoever. So that's her portfolio. It can be in a website format, it can be a Google Drive, it can be a document, it can be PDF, it can be whatsoever you want, in whatsoever format you want it to be, right? So now I'm gonna search for a resume, right? Resume. You don't want to use a CV, right? CVs are typically outdated now. In today's era, people use resumes, right? So a resume, also known as a CV in some region, is a document that summarizes an individual's work, experience, skills, and achievements, and blah blah blah, right? So like I said, whenever you're getting started, you don't have any experience, you don't have any achievements, and you don't need those things to actually get started. All you need is your willingness to actually put in the work, and those things will actually find you in the long run, right? So you can see, I'm gonna give you this person's resume as an example. This is a well put together resume. It's just one page with a clear headshot of who you are. When people see a headshot of you, they kind of relate with you better, unlike just seeing something like a CV, something like your life's history, of which they are not concerned about, right? So you can see this resume has a skills page, it has education, and all the information that is relevant to whatever this person is applying for, right? So yeah, basically that is exactly what you need. And like I said earlier, I'm actually going to be giving you an action plan right now on how you can actually go ahead and get started hunting for that job. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually gonna type this out, right? So make sure that you follow this every single day, right? So what you want to do first is that #1, clear out your social media, look like a professional in your industry, right? So you want to go ahead and clear out your social media and just look clean, look neat, look like a professional, because nowadays your social media is your digital blueprint. People are gonna, company owners, decision makers of these companies are gonna search you on social media to see exactly what you post, what you do, just to have a clear understanding of your personality and if you can be a great fit of their organization. So if they see somebody who is disorganized, always post memes, you're a joker or whatsoever, trust me, these companies are never gonna want to hire you. So you want to look like a professional and be like somebody who is hireable. And #2, you want to apply to 20 plus companies every single day, right? So go ahead and start applying to 20 companies every single day within your job description, within your career, right? If you don't want to do this, trust me, you are a loser. You are never gonna get an on-site job, you're never gonna get a remote job. You don't want to win simply because you hate putting in the work, you hate taking action, right? So like I said, there are actually better ways of doing these things if you don't want to start applying to 20 companies every single day manually, right? So this is the second thing that you want to do. And the third thing you want to do is that organize your documents relevant relevant dogs the night before. So what I mean here is that put your documents together, prepare yourself to actually do 20 plus job applications every single day the night before, so that in the morning or in the afternoon, in the evening, whatsoever, you have everything in order and you don't struggle applying for these jobs. You want to make your work as easy as possible, and the first thing to do that is to highlight your daily inputs, your daily actions, because your daily actions are what's going to guarantee you the results, right? And #4, lastly, spend 1 to 2 hours or more advancing your skills, because frankly speaking, companies don't want to hire somebody who knows completely nothing. You have to be at least average in whatever you do when you are getting started, right? You have to know something, you have to have some sort of information, you have to be able to do something at least bare minimum. So spend 1 to 2 hours or more every single day advancing your skills. The better you become at what you do, the better it's going to be for you in actually landing your first job, right? So basically, these are the 4 action steps that you need to take on a daily basis to guarantee yourself the dream job. And like I said earlier, doing this alone, putting this alone all together can be so overwhelming for most people. That is why you need somebody alongside you, helping you identify these companies, helping you pick a career, not just any random career, but a career that is best suited to your personality, right? Helping you reviewing your portfolio, reviewing your resume, making sure that you are searching the right way, making sure that you are connecting to these people the right way, you are sending the right emails, right? You are building your personal brand correctly. By building a personal brand, I don't mean becoming an influencer, having 1 million followers on your social media. What I mean here is that setting yourself out there as a professional, somebody who can be hireable, somebody who companies will desire. And doing that doesn't need you to have millions of followers. It only needs you to position yourself correctly. So doing that by yourself is actually extremely overwhelming. I understand everybody starts from there. That is why I actually decided to put together a small program, a small coaching session for all of you guys that want to land your dream remote job or on-site job in the next 30 days maximum, right? So for you to actually get this coaching session, I'm actually gonna put a phone number on my screen right here, or down below I'm gonna leave a link somewhere, and that link is gonna land you on my WhatsApp, right? So make sure that you actually take action immediately, because I only want to help 5 people in this endeavor, then I'm gonna close all enrollments, right? So if this is exactly what you're looking for, go ahead and use this number that's popping on your screen right now to send me a DM. Just say, hey, I'm a Entrepreneur Closer, I just saw your video on remote jobs, I want to onboard, or use the link down below. So that training is not only going to show you how to get remote jobs, on-site jobs, it's also going to show you how to start landing clients for your freelance work. I'm going to show you also how to put together a digital product that you can set up once and sell unlimited times on the internet, where to find platforms where you can host these digital products, how to actually find clients for these digital products, how to build connections, how to partner with other brands, how to get a remote job if you are looking for a remote job, how to get an on-site job if you are looking for an on-site job, how to build relationship with hiring people that actually hire, how to actually put yourself out there as a personal brand, not an influencer, but a brand that looks so professional. So these are the things that I'm actually gonna help you with. So like I said earlier, I'm looking for only 5 people who want to take this thing seriously. So if that's you, go ahead and actually use the link in the comment section down below or the phone number popping here and leave me a DM. Then I'm actually gonna give you my full-blown roadmap, right? So I'm gonna be having three powerful sessions every single week for 3 months, showing you guys exactly how to answer interview questions, either for a remote job or an online job, how to actually put all of the pieces of this puzzle all together. It's up to you. Come and see if it's good for you, and trust me, you are not only going to like it, you are going to love it, right? Because I've put in so much work, so much energy, so much effort in making this perfect for you. With all of that said, this is your boy Entrepreneur Closer. Tag someone in the comment section down below. Leave me a message saying thank you, Closer, if at all I've given you valuable information here, and say, whatever you want to say, if at all I didn't provide as much value as possible. But with all of that said, I love every single one of you, and peace out, friends. See you on the other side. Peace.